Computer room's innermost area. Monokuma room. Oh shit, we're gonna see Junko? How much time had passed? The surveillance cameras at the gates were capturing footage of countless Monokumas falling at the hands of a child who fought like a raging demon.
I love it.
The Monokumas bolstered their numbers. And now 100 of them were trying to sink their claws into Mukuro. How the hell is she controlling all of this?
How is she controlling 100 of them? With her hands and feet?
Yeah, she just takes off her socks and is just like doing the crab on the fucking monitor, like, maybe her nose possibly. Most of them were running on autopilot. Oh, there's an autopilot function. Reacting to her movements based on prior information they had received in advance.
Oh.
But despite standing before hundreds of mechanical adversaries, Mukuro's face showed no fear. She hadn't sustained a single injury, given her presence that was nearly divine to behold. God, I would have loved to have seen this animated.
Same.
What the
this
fuck,
should have been
man?
the animation, not the fucking DR1 retold.
I know, right? Screw that shit. They got way more out of this one.
Yeah, why didn't they animate this?
Though Sakura Ogami was powerful enough to injure her arm, Mukuro in her current state could potentially fight Sakura to a draw now without relying on firearms. Wow, so she's actually transcended almost.
Jesus.
Oh damn. She took complete control of the battlefield, taking her surroundings as if they were a part of herself. She dodged attacks from the rear as though she had eyes on the back of her head, and stabbed through Monokuma's weak points with a metal bar.
All this was just one little metal bar.
Dude, Mukuro's like one of those badass characters ever. What would Nekomaru would think of her?
Probably love her.
Probably look at her and be like, I don't need to teach you. You're already awesome. You're the shit, Mukuro. No matter where the attacks came from, Mukuro deflected them all as if her skin were covered in eyes.
Also, did you know Sakura, I think it was confirmed at some point that Sakura was taught by...
Possibly, but who cares about that right now?
Yeah.
Describing her as ultimate no longer did her justice.
Jesus.
What would be more of ultimate? Mukuro transcended exactly what I just said.
Yeah.
The boundaries of humanity became a pure killing machine.
With love, though. She's killing with love.
With love. Big dumb part. But despite that, even though she understood the ludicrous power her sister possessed, Junko was not afraid.
Oh.
She felt not one iota of fear.
Really?
God, how long is this going to go on for? It's going to keep on going? After all Junko can feel was despair.
Oh, that's what she wants to feel.
She even started to admire her sister's attempt to fill her with despair, but that sentiment quickly filled Junko with an orgiastic ecstasy of despair.
Oh my god, an orgiastic ecstasy.
Just drooling on the keyboard.
Oh man.
Junko knew. She knew that Mukuro was neither hope nor despair. She was just a phenomenon. A disappointing girl who no longer understood herself, who only knew how to be violent because it was all she could believe in anymore. Mukuro had become an avatar of destruction beyond that of any military force. She couldn't even be considered a soldier anymore, so she's a god, she's a messiah, second coming of Jesus.
Yeah.
She was a natural disaster, like a typhoon or a tornado. Or perhaps, like gravity, she was now a fundamental force of the universe that only existed to bring despair to Junko. The mastermind enjoyed watching her sister go all out. If Mukuro destroyed everything and ruined her life, Junko would still be comforted by the despair. This is what Mukuro wants.
Yeah.
She could just go right ahead and overpower her. Junko considered this for a few seconds until a familiar, hopeless habit reared its head. Her habit of getting so bored that it made her sick. The girl who had been grinning as she watched the screen now bore a look of calm stoicism, and she reached for the microphone connected to Monokuma speakers. Ooh. Mukuro is no longer human anymore. But Junko knew how to bring her back. It was a simple feeling, really, and with that hopeless feeling from Mukuro in mind, the mastermind just said one word. Mukuro.
Oh?
In front of the main entrance! Mukuro. That voice. It was calling her name. Instead of using Monokuma's voice filter, Junko's natural voice was coming out of a Monokuma unit.
Oh.
Oh shit. That's all it took. With one word, Mukuro Ikusaba stopped being the force of nature and became a person again. Just like that. Fuck. Oh, why do you love Junko so much? I mean, I know why, but why? Monokuma would not miss this opportunity. As if moving to the beat of Mukuro's shaking heart, a torrent of claws leapt to attack her. But Mukuro trusted her instincts and twisted her entire body to fend off the attacks, leaving her with only a few scraps here and there, scrapes. But the despair wasn't over yet. The ultimate despair didn't waste any time making her next move. Mukuro, watch out! Huh? As soon as Mukuro heard that voice, her mind went completely blank. There was no mistaking it, it was Makoto's scream. The scream that saved her from the spears of Gungnir and changed her destiny. No, that's wrong! It took her a tenth of a second to realise that voice was just a sound clip that Junko had replayed.
Oh, what a
fucking bitch!
God damn, she's evil.
Are you shitting me?
She's way more evil in this than she is in the actual game.
I mean, I already knew she was evil, but this is just a reminder of how evil she can be. But it was more than enough time to drag Mukuro, who had regained her humanity, into despair. No! Right when she recovered from her moment of shock, Monokuma appeared behind her and roundhouse kicked her in the temple. Oh! Fuck! She twisted her head to roll with the blow. By that moment, a different Monokuma attacked her from the opposite side of the headbutt. And as soon as Mukuro dodged that attack, 3 Monokumas launched simultaneous drop kicks and knocked her to the ground. Ugh. The fact that they weren't using their claws meant they weren't trying to kill Mukuro right away. Yeah.
They wanted to suffer.
Before she could stand up again, dozens of Monokumas waiting for her on the floor climbed on top of Mukuro and pinned her limbs. Shit! One of the Monokumas waddled over to Mukuro as she lay face down on the floor and laughed. The pretty girl getting pinned by all these me's. I wonder if I should feel more excited about this. Oh. Don't make that face. If I wanted to kill you, I'd just pump you full of bullets right now. But I don't think the audience watching this on TV would like that ending very much. Yeah, I wouldn't want to like that ending at all.
I don't like that ending at all.
You should just considerate of us and all you guys watching right now. I need to make sure I do it the right way this time. What are you planning to do to me? Mukuro asked in an emotionless voice. Monokuma guffawed and answered, nothing. I'm just going to stick to the original plan and make you play the killing game at this school. I'll erase everyone's memories again, and I'll just make them redo the introduction and entrance ceremony again. In typical Monokuma fashion, he leaned his face toward Mukuro. But it'd be boring if we had to redo everything. Maybe this time I'll have you participate as Mukuro Ikusaba.
Oh.
Huh? I'll take away even more of your memories like I did to that irritating detective girl. You'll just be a poor little girl with no memory at all. As Monokuma talked and wiggled his body from side to side, young Monokumas danced and twirled around.
But she would still have the battle-like instincts inside her.
Yeah, she'd still be the ultimate soldier.
Yeah.
But maybe she wouldn't know about being like Junko's sister and shit.
Oh, shit.
Amid this fantastical scene, Monokuma continued to describe this hopeless plan in a nonchalant manner.
Holy shit, that would actually be horrifying. Could you imagine if she played along with the game and then she had to discover that her sister was Junko?
Is Junko, yeah.
That would bring her so much despair.
Mm-hmm. At first, you'll be the girl of amnesia, and everyone will feel so sorry for you. But as they unravel the mystery of this academy, they'll find out who you really are. It's exciting to think how they'll treat you when that happens. Knowing you, you'll probably kill someone purely on instinct. Maybe I should just rethink my rules about self-defense. You can't. Her memories will be erased. There's nothing she could do about her classmates hating her. By losing even her childhood memories would mean her connection to Junko would be severed as well.
Oh god.
Even if Mukuro had no interest in the world, that was unbearable even for her. I've heard of New Game Plus before, but this is the first time I get to see a New Game Minus. Should I tie you up for fun? Or maybe we should make this game even more masochistic. Forget hard mode, very hard mode, and inferno mode. We'll just skip ahead to impossible mode. Maybe I'll erase your memories after I drag you on a motorcycle, pummel you with 1,000 baseballs, burn you at the stake, and crush you with an excavator. Oh shit, those are the punishments from DO1.
Yeah.
Mukuro knew what Monokuma was talking about. He was describing the tools they had prepared for the various executions they planned for the students. After everyone reintroduces themselves, they'll walk into the school grounds and eventually find a flat-chested girl with amnesia, covered in bandages with Fenrir's tattoo in her right hand. I bet a certain fanbase might get off on that. Oh, you guys know who you are, you sick fucks. If this were a game, that would increase sales by 500%! God, this fucking game.
Oh.
When Monokuma sounded like he was joking, everything he said was deadly serious. As evidence, Mukuro heard a rumbling sound off in the distance. Now then, your sweet ride is on its way! Based on the engine's noise, Mukuro surmised that it was a large motorcycle that was supposed to be used for one of the executions. I took the time to bring this all the way from the punishment room, so you better be grateful.
Made by Kazuichi.
Yep. Copyright endorsed. The sound of the roaring engine grew louder and louder, like the approaching footsteps of death. Mukuro wondered how Monokuma would drive it with such tiny arms and legs, but he does in the punishment.
Yeah.
But then she remembered she was dealing with an ultimate despair.
He even takes on Mondo's hair as well.
Yep. It's yellow too. Junko would make the impossible possible just to bring about despair. A despair that went hand in hand with Mukuro's fate. Did I fail? I couldn't fill Junko with despair? I couldn't save Mako and the others? Questions raced through Mukuro's mind,
Oh, don't give up now.
but she wasn't able to answer them. There's no way she could have answered them so easily. After all, she was still alive. The sound of the motorcycle grew closer and closer, as if it was threatening to break Mukuro's spirit. Suddenly, Monokuma stopped moving. The other Monokumas continued doing their automatic movements. As this strange event unfolded, Mukuro noticed something. The motorcycle had suddenly gone quiet. After a few seconds, the engine exploded to life and began to approach even faster than before.
Oh.
Only a few seconds later, what appeared in front of the main entrance was an enormous motorcycle that plowed through groups of Monokumas like a predator hunting its prey.
It's Mondo, isn't
What the fuck? The riders' motorcycle was none other than Mondo. Mondo's the hero of the story?
it? Just comes in with his motorcycle.
Yeah, piece of shit! Boom!
Just drives over hundreds of them, just knocks them out of the way. Oh my god.
Mukuro, are you giving up? You son of a bitch! What? Nani? Mukuro and Monokuma were both visibly shocked by this turn of events. Instead of addressing them, Mondo accelerated the motorcycle he stole from Monokuma directly toward Mukuro. Just before his front tire touched Mukuro, he popped a reverse wheelie and turned the entire motorcycle around.
Oh shit.
Ultimate biker gang leader.
Yeah.
The back wheel swept over Mukuro's back, knocking away all the Monokumas that were pinning her. Hey, can you stand? Mondo asked and begrudgingly offered his hand to Mukuro. What the fuck? Confused, Mukuro took his hand and stood up. What are you doing, Mondo? I was so close! One of the Monokumas protested. Not in his normal voice, but as the hacky Beshki Madurai. Oh, he's still trying it! Oh yeah, you're Beshki or whatever, right? That's right, why are you helping the terrorist? I ain't bragging about this or anything, but I've no clue if you or this girl is lying. The veins in his temple began to bulge, and his cheeks flushed with anger as Mondo said,
Piece of shit!
But still, I ain't the type to just stand around while some idiot gangs up on a girl! What are you saying? Get a hold of yourself! Must be experiencing Stockholm Syndrome. You delude yourself into thinking your friend's the criminal who's taking you hostage! Monokuma tried to explain to Mondo, but he ignored him, took Mukuro's hand and pulled her onto the back of the motorcycle. Oh, shut the fuck up! I learned nothing about Stockholms or syndromes, but don't go acting like you can boss me around! As Mondo shouted, he revved the motorcycle as if he was using to punctuate his words. The ceiling mounted turrets began moving. The two disappeared before the turrets could take aim at the motorcycle. Nice! Mondo saved the day. As they zoomed through the hallway, countless Monokumas chased. Oh my god! Smash a tidal wave of Monokumas one after
So funny.
waving their claws wildly through the air.
It's hilarious. It's like
And horrifying all at the same
I
time.
know, but I wish I could see it.
Why? Asked Mukuro. Huh? Shouted Mondo. His voice even louder than the sound of the engine. Don't get the wrong idea. I don't trust you all. He lowered his voice slightly, as if he were whispering to himself. But still, I don't know why, but I feel like I could trust what he said. He? Inquired Mukuro. There was no time for questions. The unit leading the Monokumas chasing after the motorcycle had almost caught up to them. And then, like the enormous maw of some fearsome creature, they brandished their claws in perfect unison. At that moment, the motorcycle zoomed by a certain girl. A girl whose fighting ability surpassed that of any normal human.
Oh my god.
Sakura, the strongest girl on Earth.
Is she literally gonna stand in front of the wave of fucking Monokuma?
I just wanted to put a hand out and then just fucking like deflect off of it or something.
Yeah.
Like a shockwave, like boom!
Yeah.
With a fighting spirit that defied comprehension, the ultimate martial artist kicked off the floor. A sound even louder than the motorcycle's engine filled the room. When Mukuro looked back, she saw Sakura lying on the floor, sending the pack of Monokumas flying several meters away with a fucking shockwave. Sakura! If she heard Mukuro mumble her name, Sakura didn't acknowledge it. Like a statue of a fearsome god king, she calmed her breathing as she stood before the pack of Monokumas, ready for battle. Your pursuit methods seem unbecoming for one who claims to be the ultimate hacker. An overpowering aura seeped from her skin, and her skin shimmered as an intense heat began to fill the hallway. Aren't the power of Mukuro's sheer violence, this was the power of martial. Oh, she's gonna do a raging demon! Mukuro froze the air around her, and time along with it. But Sakura was generating enough heat to bore space itself as she stood before the Monokuma. Missiles! Fucking not Monokuma, fucking Akuma symbol. With that heat stinging her back, Mukuro looked ahead. Hifumi and Chihiro cautiously peeking from behind the door leading to the dorms, while Aoi and Taka kept watching inside the building. After passing them by, Mondo slowed down the motorcycle as he reached the front of the cafeteria and turned to a complete stop. The other students looked warily at Mukuro. But more than these students, Mukuro noticed two people who weren't regarding her with suspicion. One was Kyoko, who seemed to be studying the situation. The other one was a skinny boy who was leaning against Kyoko's shoulder.
Makoto.
Fucking Mukuro. Mukuro's lips began to tremble as she sat on the back of the motorcycle. Ignoring the pain coursing through his body, Makoto smiled at Mukuro and repeated what he said to her earlier. I'm glad you're safe, Mukuro. Unfortunately, Mukuro was unable to realize her hope of filling her little sister with despair. Instead, she has successfully planted the seeds of hope into her fellow students. That's a good outcome to me.
Yeah. Hey, nice.
Makoto barely regained consciousness while Mukuro was fighting the horde of Monokumas at the main entrance. When he woke up, he did something extremely simple. There goes Mondo right now.
Hey!
He talked about his memories. Most of the students were still skeptical, even after listening to Mukuro's recorded confession on Chihiro's laptop. Obviously, they were still not entirely convinced at first when Makoto woke up, but after Sakura asked him a certain question, the ambience completely changed. Then beyond the walls of the school, the world is completely destroyed? You're saying there's no one else alive? Makoto slowly sat up to answer Sakura's meek question. Don't worry, I'm sure Kenichiro is still safe. Is that Kenshiro?
Yeah.
By chance?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure he will still keep his promise to you. Sakura gasped.
Oh, Makoto knows everything!
Kenichiro was the only man she couldn't defeat, a man who had promised her a rematch, and made her one other promise as well. How do you know that name? How do you know about that promise? Because you told me. No. Makoto slowly corrected himself. You told all of us. Sakura was silent after hearing those words, but she then faced the other students and spoke in a loud, clear voice. I'm going to trust Makoto. Sakura? Though Aoi was shocked, Sakura continued to speak with determination. What Makoto just said is something I kept locked away behind my memories. In fact, I was planning to keep that a secret until the day I died. But if I shared that secret, that means there was once a strong bond between Makoto and myself. And with my fellow students as well. Makoto continued to talk in a gentle tone. But it couldn't have been good for his health. He continued to slowly talk about the memories that the other students no longer had. Why do you know about the story I'm planning to write? Are you a specialist nen user who can predict the future? Oh.
Oh, right, that's
You've
Ifumi.
already finished that story, Ifumi. You had me help you with inking.
What? Wait a sec! How do you know I the money from that girl? Oh.
Oh! Confirmed!
Fuck. Yeah, she legitly is confirmed.
I'm very glad we did the FTEs before doing this, because now we get all of this.
Yeah.
Whoa! Wait a sec! How do you know I stole money from that girl related to the Kuzuriv clan? Because you told us, you fuck. Because you even tried to sell my organs to them. Oh my god.
Oh, hero. Oh, mate.
His wounds were excruciating.
Oh.
But even so, Makoto kept smiling and talking about their lives together. As if it was his duty to do so now that he had regained his memories. I feel like this is like a little love letter to the really hardcore Danganronpa fans.
It really is.
Because it's referencing the FTEs.
Yeah.
As if the game is like, yo, like, I hope you hung out with everyone. Even the game itself was like, you understand it more if you didn't.
Yeah.
It's nice. As the other students listened to him, they slowly begun to realise something. The vivid accounts he was providing couldn't be explained as just passing knowledge. Clearly, some kind of bond between them all had been erased. Only Byakuya remained cynical. There's no way I would have grown close to any of you. It's likely that you're all secretly working together. Oh, talk about Byakuya's fucking history.
Yeah.
Though Byakuya is still hostile towards Makoto's recollection of their memories. For the time being, he determined that Makoto wasn't actually a terrorist. Mukuro bought enough time for Makoto to wake up and share his memories with the others. Even if she hadn't intended to do that, it was still a small sliver of hope that she grasped tightly.
Aww.
Aww. And now, as she looked at the boy who had smiled at her, Mukuro didn't know what to say. She couldn't think of anything to say at all. The battle was over, and Mukuro is now back to being a disappointing girl. She turned away from everyone's faces and apologetically climbed off the back of the motorcycle. But Makoto saw her and slowly opened his mouth to say, I love you. Aww. Oh, that's good too. Thank you, Mukuro. You saved my life.
Nah, you ship Makoto and Mukuro together, don't you now?
Maybe. Oh, it's the soldier thing, man.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I know. It's kind of. I kind of like seeing like the super powerful, strong, murderous, like ultimate soldier game with a normal dude. It's kind of. It's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Makoto gave her words of sincere gratitude between his weak breaths. Mukuro couldn't bring herself to look at him as she mumbled to herself.
Who do you think he gets on better with? Ooh, question.
Why? Huh? If Kyoko told you, You already know what I did, right? After regaining his memories and learning the truth, Mukuro should have been nothing but a hated traitor to him. Why would he smile at someone like her? Mukuro kept her head down. Makoto smiled, as if he was unsure how to respond, and said, "Well, I guess you're right. But you also saved my life many times during these past 2 years, and..." Really?
Wait, whoa.
What the hell were they doing for the past 2 years?
Whoa, what the fuck do you mean they saved my life many times?
This is new. Makoto took a deep, quiet breath and smiled at Mukuro again.
Technically, Joe, this is all canon.
Yeah, so this
'Cause,
happened
like-
because this happened in the past.
Yeah, because this is still their past that they had already.
Yeah, the branch
Yeah.
is when Mukuro's about to die.
Yeah. But everything else you're learning is still canon.
It's still canon.
Yeah.
You're my friend. We always spend time with each other. It would be great if you could look for a different path, not despair. If there's any way I can help you, I will. Do you really think I can walk another path at this point? I don't know what you can do, or even what I can do. I think it's more important to look for that path instead of actually finding it. That's all about the attempt. Was this intentional or a coincidence? Just before he regained his memories, Makoto had said something similar to Mukuro when she spoke to him in the nurse's office as Junko. Regardless of whether he lost his memories or regained them, those words reveal Makoto's true character.
Oh, he did say that to her, actually. When she was talking about what she's going to do after and stuff.
Yeah. As Mukuro confirmed that to herself, Makoto blurted out something that was almost too trusting. And it's not just you. Even Junko can. God, he actually did try to convert her at the end.
Yeah, he
When
did.
she had lost all hope.
Yeah.
He was like, "You can still be alright." And she's like, "No, shut up! Don't talk to me!"
Yeah.
But he was immediately interrupted.
Oh, no.
Monokuma's face appeared on every monitor in the academy, and his laughter seemed to be coming out of every speaker. I could have kept pretending to be the ultimate hacker, but it's boring to impersonate someone who doesn't even exist.
The ultimate programmer gets offended.
If this keeps up, I'll lose my identity and turn into Konokuma! Kyoko looked up at her surveillance camera and addressed Monokuma directly.
You seem to give up pretty easily. There isn't a bear anywhere that gives up as easily as I do.
Oh, I think Monokuma
no,
talking.
shit.
Oh well.
Ah, sorry.
Regardless, I'm pretty sure Chihiro's figured out the secret of my control program by now.
So, just as I thought, you included that program on purpose. Oh, that's true.
What?
Isn't
Kyoko realized something when Mukuro told her about Junko. There are 2 reasons such a hateful person with intention leave an obvious clue inside the Monokuma units. Either Junko wanted the students to learn the truth about the outside world, and themselves on their own, and turn their hopes into despair. Or she was looking forward to that clue resulting in her own plan being undone, which would allow her to feel despair toward herself.
It's win-win.
I can't fucking tell Junko anymore. Does she want to win or does she want to lose?
I honestly
as long as she
think-
feels despair, I don't think she gives a fuck.
Yeah, I don't think she cares, mate.
Fucking
it could
hell.
go either way for her.
She was an angel of everlasting darkness, delighting in her own despair and using it to spread despair and destruction to those around her.
Oh, that's a Kingdom Hearts line right there. An angel of everlasting darkness.
Supreme darkness! Why would someone like that continue to play the role of Monokuma? Actually, I set that program for Chihiro to discover she happened to be one of the final 5 survivors.
Oh yeah, because she never actually learned who was that Monokuma's program was her program.
The final 5 survivors? I feel so sad and empty that my preparation was a waste, but I'm gonna think about it positively. The word retreat doesn't exist in Monokuma's dictionary. Nervousness began to grip the students as Monokuma continued talking in his relaxing, uplifting voice. Now then, looks like everyone's here, including Toko, still tied up in her room. Oh, she's not here to see it.
Oh.
She gets dicked over in the main game and the what if story.
Oh,
Poor
man.
girl. So let's start the heart-throbbing, exciting special graduation exam. Huh? The students broke out in noisy confusion, but Monokuma ignored them and kept talking. Don't think about it too hard. Relax, relax. Change Elax to Upa for all I care. I'll still be the most adorable bear here. Byakuya, visibly annoyed at Monokuma's nonsensical rambling, shouted.
I already know.
Hey,
oh, yeah,
what the fuck?
You're Byakuya, sorry. I forgot.
Just because it's the final one doesn't mean you can start nicking characters
Sorry.
just because we won't voice them for much longer. All you know is you, Junko. Stop this stupid game and show yourself. Oh my, don't you know? If you want to lure the mastermind out of her heavenly hidey hole, you need to bring a worthy sacrifice.
Damn.
You're not worthy enough at all. Do you really think the mastermind would show herself for pathetic hope and despair? He roared maniacally and began to explain the special graduation exam. If you pass my exam, everyone will graduate, but if you fail, you'll be held back for a whole year.
No.
I'll reset your memories, give you a fresh new lease on life, and you'll reintroduce yourselves at the start of the school year again. They say people's lives don't come with reset buttons, but I'm not a people. Whether it's soft resets or hard resets, I can do as I please. Yasuhiro seemed confused, but the other students knew what Monokuma meant by reset. It was going to force them to relive their school lives once again. As Yasuhiro struggled to understand, Taka pointed out a nearby monitor and shouted, "Stop this already! No matter what you do to us, we'll never commit murder! These past few days should have already made that clear to you!" "What was that?" jumped Monokuma. "Are you serious?" "Of course! No one here would ever take another human being's life for any reason!" As Taka shouted, one of the students, a pale-faced girl standing apart from the others, looked away. It was Sayaka. As she trembled, a voice popped up from behind her. "What do you think, Sayaka?" She couldn't even turn around from sheer terror, but Sayaka knew. She knew Monokuma was standing right behind her.
God damn.
"Do you really think none of you will become a killer?" Monokuma leaned towards Sayaka and asked her a question only she could hear. "By the way, Sayaka, why'd you go to Makoto's room when nothing strange had happened yet?"
Oh, she did that already?
What?
She was gonna pin it on him, wasn't she? The murder that she was gonna commit.
"Did you two have an inappropriate relationship? What would your fans think if they found out you made a move on a boy by sneaking into his room? Or were you there for some other reason?"
Oh.
She could barely make a sound, much less scream, as her trembling worsened. Monokuma had nothing to gain by cornering Sayaka and toying with her emotions like this. He simply wanted to see the young singer fall into despair over her true character. And for that reason, Monokuma did not relent. Hey! What are you trying to do to your close friend you've known for the past 2 years? Her determination from last night blended with the memories Makoto had recounted and ate away at Sayaka's mind like a disease.
Jesus.
As her mind began to rip itself apart, she fell to her knees. A clear ball, flying just under 105 miles per hour, struck Monokuma in the mouth with enough force to sink into his face. Is that Leon? The speaker in Monokuma's mouth was immediately destroyed as his body rolled into a wall and stopped moving. Sayaka came to her senses and looked where the ball came from.
It was Leon.
Yeah, she saw Leon breathing heavily as he stared intensely. Leon fucking did something! Yeah! You look so disappointed. He goes up one point, even though it's not. Don't worry, Ben, it's non-canon.
It's true, it's non-canon.
This never happened. Never happened. Yasuhiro grabbed him and yelled, "Oh, dude, why'd you do that, Leon? That crystal ball was really valuable." Nice.
Now the Yakuza are gonna kill me!
Leon had stolen Yasuhiro's crystal ball and thrown it at Monokuma.
Oh. That Monokuma... Wait.
Yes, you.
Oh. That Monokuma bastard was trying to take Sayaka hostage. What was I supposed to do?
Dude, that crystal ball cost me $2 trillion! $2 trillion! I never print that much money anymore! That's why I smoke it all away!
Oh, bullshit! Besides, if the world is all screwed up, what the hell are you gonna need money for anyway? But if it's safe out there, I'll just join the major leagues or whatever and pay you back.
Fair enough.
Oh, I guess this is pretty cool.
Oh, he admits it!
Ah, I feel ill.
Yeah!
Oh, well, I could pay you back doing something else beside baseball.
Yes, excellent. Acceptance. Beautiful. As those two argued, Sayaka fell to her knees.
Yeah. Hey!
Shouted Leon, running toward her.
Sayaka, are you okay?
She looked at him and stared blankly.
Leon.
I was gonna get you killed. She made up her mind and she raised her head as she said,
There's something I need to confess to you later. What? Seriously?
I don't think it's what he thinks. Sayaka was staring at Leon so intensely that he briefly forgot about the current situation.
Not just you, but to Makoto and the others too.
Sayaka made up her mind to confess the sin that was weighing heavily on her heart, but Leon seemed not to hear the latter half of her remark. He ran back toward the others, slapped Hamtaro and Yasuhiro on the back, and shouted,
Alright everyone, let's ace this exam or whatever and get out of here already!
Testosterone level was at an all-time high.
My dick's ready!
He got his own hope boner.
Oh my god.
There's no way I'm gonna let... Oh, sorry, that's you.
There's no way I'm gonna let my happy memories of this place get taken away! A girl has acknowledged me!
The Monokuma inside the monitor responded. Fine, fine. Now that things are finally coming to a boil, let's start the graduation exam. Sakura, who had been outside the dormitory, suddenly appeared with some information. The Monokumas in the hallway are acting peculiar. The students all moved to the main building to see what Sakura was talking about. There they saw 50 Monokumas standing in 2 rows along the walls of the hallway, and one stand at the very end of the hall.
Just like an army.
God damn. There was something strange on top of this Monokuma's head. An enlarged version of the escape button that Makoto had obtained from the Mono machine. As each student took in this sight, an announcement rang throughout the school. The me at the end of the hall has a button on top of his head that will open the main entrance. You'll have 15 seconds to get that button, and if you do, I'll let you have it in place of a diploma. The students seemed surprised by the straightforward explanation. Only Celeste remained calm, and she asked Monokuma with a bored look on her face. Of course it's not as simple as running up and taking it, is it? Oh, how mean! Do I look like I'm a headmaster that would interfere with his students' graduation? Forget the gunfire salutes, I'm gonna send my graduates off with some fireworks!
Jesus.
100 fireworks to be exact, enough for 20 seconds of hardcore partying! The more perceptive students immediately realised what he was talking about. They're all gonna blow up, aren't they?
Yeah.
Fuck! The bomb was installed inside each Monokuma. They would explode one after the other, filling the hallway with fire as soon as time started. After 15 seconds, the me stand at the back of the hall is going to sacrifice himself to give you guys one final firework.
Jesus.
He's going to become a star. By the way, this probably isn't important, but our button isn't very durable.
Oh no. He's gonna blow the button up.
This graduation exam was Monokuma's way of saying that he had no intention of letting anyone leave. It was clear from the explosion of the students saw during the entrance exam that the halls of Host Peak Academy would be bathed in fire. Unisan was lucky enough to survive the explosions. The burns on their body alone were enough to send them into a fatal shock. Their lungs might be completely incinerated by the scorched air before that.
Jesus.
Even if they sacrificed one student to run through, the odds were low that they would even succeed.
Makoto, you gotta do it, mate.
He's the ultimate lucky student! But there was no reason for every student to run in at once either. A shadow of despair fell upon their faces.
Makoto's gonna do it, isn't he?
Nice, very nice. I just wanted to take a picture so I have those faces as a souvenir. The Monokuma laughed from behind the monitor. Sakura stepped forward.
No.
Oh, you fucking Sakura!
She's gonna sacrifice herself again?
What a fucking MVP! I'll do it. I've only seen the explosion once, but I believe I'm capable of withstanding its power because I'm a fucking badass.
No!
Shouted Aoi.
You can't! Even you couldn't handle 100 of those explosions!
Sakura shook her head. I'm the only one who even has a chance. Suddenly, Mondo remembered the motorcycle he parked inside the dormitory and said, Hold up! That motorcycle won't be fast enough to go through those explosions. I'll do it. Oh my god! Don't be hasty, urged Sakura. Even the motorcycle was unharmed by the explosions, that doesn't mean its rider will be.
Oh my god.
As Sakura and the others continued their debate, one person stepped toward the hallway lined with Monokumas. It's Mukuro, isn't it? It's either Mukuro or Makoto.
One of them.
I'll do it. Mukuro! Screamed Makoto weakly. Makuro! With her back facing Makoto, turned her head to the side slightly and gave him a small nod. She knew it would come to this. She knew why Monokuma would pose such an impossible exam. Junko is already looking forward to the next despair game. She's going to erase everyone's memories, including mine. She just wants to torment us and fill us with despair before that happens. But Mukuro knew her sister's personality all too well, and that's why she was confident. She knew that the escape button was real. Whenever Junko brought despair to others, she always made sure there was a possibility that despair would befall her instead.
Oh, interesting.
That's why she does it.
Yeah.
If the students won this gamble and made it through this horrible situation, they would finally escape to the outside world. That outcome would obviously fill Junko with immense despair. In the same way she left a clue in Monokuma's control program, Junko could not be satisfied unless she took pains to assure her own destruction.
God damn.
She's fucking mental. It was this quality that made Junko the ultimate despair.
Yep. I love it.
True to her talent.
Yeah.
That's why Mukuro was determined to do it. She knew she was the only person who stood the chance of making that outcome possible, even if she had to risk her life. But right now, Mukuro wanted to live more than anything. She wanted to hold on to this world, a world she had no interest in previously. She didn't even know if this hesitation she felt was disappointing or not. But she wanted to live and continue searching for a new path. A path where she could abandon her submission to despair, where she could accept the sins of the past and continue to live.
What a great character.
Mukuro, who was known as a war machine, found her heart beset by overwhelming fear and anxiety. Until now, it never occurred to her that determination was necessary to live. As if she was brushing that fear aside, she quietly said, Thank you, Mukuro. Unfortunately, the words she said to the boy who showed her new possibilities never reached his ears.
Oh.
That's tragic. Sakura, however, the true MVP and protagonist of this story, heard her and frowned as she said, If you're planning to sacrifice yourself as an act of penance, I'll stop you with all my power. Though her words were firm, there was unmistakable affection hiding in them. Both girls had dedicated their lives to battle, and yet Mukuro felt a twinge of jealousy towards Sakura for possessing something she lacked. Mukuro leaned towards Sakura and whispered in her ear, What? Are you serious? As Sakura's frown intensified, Monokuma's voice blared throughout the halls. Alright, I'm gonna start the exam now! Ready, set, go! There's no time for questions or objections. The frontmost Monokuma exploded, sending a roaring wave of heat through the hall. But Mukuro didn't look away. She began moving, powered by a resolute determination.
Oh damn.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
God damn. It's getting...
I had a feeling it might be Mukuro.
Well, it is about her, so it's gonna be her who takes the spotlight, isn't it?
A lot of characters have had a little limelight in this story.
Actually, yeah, I
Sakura's
agree,
had
yeah.
one, Junko's had it, Mukuro, Kyoko, even Chihiro's done quite a bit of stuff.
Yeah.
Especially Sakura, man.
Man, I can't believe they tried to paint Leon in a good light.
Well, guess what? They did. Hey, at least If tried.
Yeah, If tried.
I mean, I know it's non-canon and all, but hey.
Yeah, it tried.
For you Leon fans out there you go.
Oh.
Monokuma room. As soon as the graduation exam started, the mastermind forced her control entirely on the Monokuma holding the escape button and completely synchronized her field of vision with it. She knew what was going to happen next. She could predict what her sister Mukuro would do in this exact situation, where she would choose to focus her superhuman skill with weaponry. And so, through Monokuma's eyes, she watched the scene unfold exactly as she had predicted. A pointed metal bar burst through the explosions, heading straight for the weak point of the Monokuma holding the escape button. Specifically, it was aiming for the point where the bomb's detonation system and Monokuma's power source overlapped. It flew straight and true, as if it had been fired by a master archer. In order to bring despair to Monokuma, and by extension Junko as well, the super soldier known as Mukuro Ikusaba threw the pipe like a spear so it could attack the same weak point she had pierced in the nurse's office. As explosions filled the hallway until only fire remained visible, the spear's speed and precision as it soared to its target defied all human logic.
God damn.
But the mastermind knew. She knew Mukuro had used her power to fill the world with despair. Power was all that disappointing girl had, but that power was useless against Monokuma. The mastermind had predicted that Mukuro would put all her efforts into that throw, and Monokuma caught the metal bar perfectly between his hands.
Oh,
Fuck.
shit.
The force of the throw knocked Monokuma back several yards, but the pointed end of the bar never pierced through his chest. Well, that was disappointing. The mastermind turned to look at a different monitor. She wanted to see the look on Mukuro's face when she realised she failed to strike Monokuma.
Or maybe she predicted that as well.
Maybe. I'm hoping Mukuro actually pulled a double whammy.
Yeah.
Like a double bluff or something.
Yeah.
The despair of seeing the final Monokuma explode right before her eyes, completely obliterating the escape button. She wanted to sear this memory of her disappointing sister's final moments as her newfound hope sank into a dark pit of despair. On instinct, she turned her attention to the surveillance camera that hadn't been destroyed, but instead of seeing Mukuro and the others there, she only saw Sakura, who looked as though she had finished launching an attack.
With Sakura
What?
a distraction.
Huh? She only thought it was strange for 1 second, but then the hopelessly powerful mastermind completely understood the situation and shifted her point of view to Monokuma. But because of that single second, Junko would feel just a pang of despair. Oh. 3 seconds left. Amid the smoke, flames and heat encircling the hallway, it burst through with the speed of a cannon shell. It glared at Monokuma with hot boiling eyes that betrayed the icy expression on its face, and then, sharply, swiftly, strongly, it transformed into a living weapon that cuts through everything, revealing its true form in that hall of despair. 2 seconds left. Monokuma, who was still holding the metal bar in his hands, tried to move, but at that exact moment, the living weapon carved a path through the flames and appeared before him.
I love it when stories do this, like they count down the seconds till something's about to happen.
And it's like, it basically describes what happened in like 1 fucking second.
Yeah, I know.
Its body, which had never been wounded on any battlefield, was sustaining all manner of burns and injuries. Oh fuck, poor Mukuro.
Oh man.
But even so, it did not falter. The fire in its eyes never flickered once.
Jesus.
Fucking Determinator. What fucking bamf. 1 second left. The living weapon Mukuro slammed her knee into the back of the metal bar Monokuma was holding. The sharp tip of that metal bar pierced through Monokuma like a rail spike. Yes!
My God.
shredding the detonator and his power source into pieces. Time's up. The 100 explosion ceased and smoke blanketed the hallway. Mukuro had dived into Monokuma and the pristine escape button now rested in her hand. She and the other students at Hope's Peak Academy had passed a graduation exam. There was only a small amount of despair. Monokuma had tasted it in only 3 seconds. Whoa! First floor, hallway! Junko. Mukuro looked down at Monokuma. He could no longer move or self-destruct. When she spoke to him, a static-filled voice emitted from his mouth. It seemed his communication function still worked. I never expected you to do that. He still sounded like Monokuma. It seems his voice modulator was unharmed as well. I must have overestimated you. I never thought you'd need anybody's help on the battlefield. When I gave the signal, please launch me forward with a roundhouse kick. Mukuro whispered these words to Sakura just before the explosion started. Wait, so literally roundhouse kick Mukuro.
Oh wow.
Like fucking shabam.
Oh my god, wouldn't that cause her to be in pain?
It would hurt a lot, but I don't think she gives a shit at that moment.
Yeah, I guess not. Adrenaline would take over, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
If you think about it.
Life or death situation, she's gonna go for that shit.
Yeah.
Cool, Muko's a fucking BAMF, man. BAMF. Badass motherfucker.
Yeah.
After Mukuro threw the metal bar, she jumped into the air at the exact moment Sakura unleashed a roundhouse kick. Right when Sakura's foot made contact with her own. Oh, fucking anime, man.
Oh.
Mukuro used the force generated by her kick to propel herself at Monokuma.
Well, I mean, she is the ultimate master artist, so I believe she could do that.
The ultimate soldier.
Yeah, and the ultimate soldier working together, it's possible.
Using the ultimate martial artist's superhuman attack like a springboard, she shot herself through the air like an artillery shell. Enduring intense heat, shrapnel, and blood-draining G-force, she stayed conscious as she charged through the hallway, engulfed with explosions and despair.
That's mental.
Mukuro trusted Junko. She trusted Junko to predict that she'd throw the metal bar and catch it accordingly.
But she threw it while she was.
So in a way, she predicted Junko would do that, so she outsmarted her in a way because she trusted her that she'd do it. Then she tried to look at her face as the despair sets in. With Junko Enoshima, she knew would definitely do that. Although Mukuro hadn't predicted that her sister would try to kill her with the spears or gun near, she'd better understand her actions now. As Mukuro stared Monokuma in his face, all he could do was laugh scornfully. You put your life in someone else's hands for a deadly battle? I don't know how I feel about that. You'll always be a half-assed disappointment. I guess this time I'll just say I lost because I didn't see as much disappointment coming. The end. The end. Mukuro shook her head at Monokuma. No, you're wrong, Junko. Huh? If we want to talk about winning or losing, I think we lost before we even started. Mukuro's eyes shifted from side to side, as if she was unsure of something, and she fidgeted in place as she continued to talk. No matter how much despair they felt, you didn't think they'd kill each other the way they were before. That's why you erased their memories. They aren't like the others you forced in the past. You knew these students would never do it.
Huh.
That's what you believed, isn't it?
I guess that's why she would erase the memories.
Because she knew that they wouldn't fucking eat her bullshit.
Wow, you know what? I didn't actually think about that until now.
That's why she had to erase the memories.
Yeah, they never explained that in the main game why she did it.
Or how she did it either.
Oh yeah, oh no.
That's also a thing we didn't realise.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? So, it's okay, Junko.
Because the reason they gave in the main game for why they erased the memory was just so that they could feel the despair of discovering everything again.
And kill each other and not knowing that they're actual classmates.
Yeah.
So in a way, I guess they erased their bonds.
Yeah.
Their bonds of friendship and hope by erasing the memories. No, the mind is a powerful thing. Getting rid of it, yeah, that's gonna screw you up.
Yeah.
So, it's okay, Junko. I'll bring back everyone's memories someday. and I'll show you everyone's happiness and their bonds.
Oh my god, you're killing her here.
I'll show all that to you and fill you with more despair. Mukuro nodded after she said this, as if to cheer her sister up. After several seconds of silence, Monokuma responded. You finally beat me this one time, and that lame speech is the best you can do? You're such a disappointment. You never fill me with despair. It's just constant disappointment. After pouting like a sore loser, Monokuma continued to speak in his usual tone. But you guys will be back. And when that time comes, I invite you guys to a wonderful place. I found out about this fun island while I was running things here.
Oh my god.
DR2. Monokuma's laughter filled the room before the stack finally cut out. His remains fell silent.
Was that like a nod to the author? It really was.
Must have been.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be talking again anytime soon. The mastermind was already preparing the news despair to bring to the world and to the students of Hope Speak Academy, Junko included. In the end, the mastermind stayed in her Monokuma persona until the very end, and Junko Enoshima never showed her face again. It was as if she resented the despair Mukuro had given her. That thought almost filled Mukuro with despair. But when she heard her classmates calling for her, she sealed that despair into the depths of her heart.
Aww.
From now on, she would seal away all her despair. And one day, when she could give Junko the perfect despair, she'll unleash all the despair she stored and plunge with her sister into a dark abyss. So even after all this, she's still gonna go crazy with despair when Junko is involved. I guess that's love?
Yeah, in some
In
ways,
a
this is
fucked
their
up
love.
sense.
This is their love.
I won't leave my little sister alone. In the end, that was the first hope a disappointing older sister had felt since she was a child. Several hours later, main entrance. I love how they show the Junko there.
Yeah.
It's like we don't have any more art to kind of like show this off.
I'm really
And we don't want to pay anyone to edit it out, so
Yeah.
we'll just do it like this. Oh, okay.
Oh, we didn't see that. Okay.
Oh, come on, don't wear the wig. Whatever. Mukuro, are you really gonna go out wearing that wig? After receiving a blood transfusion of the correct blood type, Makoto was beginning to show signs of recovering. Mukuro, holding her wig to disguise herself as Junko Enoshima, nodded. If I live as Junko, I might be able to understand her better. Despite that, Mukuro's voice still sounded like her own, as if she hadn't fully decided. And I've made up my mind. While I'm out there, I've decided I'll accept everyone's hatred towards me and toward Junko.
Oh, she's gonna be a martyr?
I can't die until I've destroyed all the despair that Junko has spread. The damage that ultimate despair inflicted upon the world could not be measured in terms of money, culture, or even human life. Television broadcasts had already begun informing people that Junko Enoshima and Mukuro Ikusaba were the heart of the ultimate despair, so everyone's gonna know who she is.
Mate, she'll get killed.
She's got a target on her back.
Yeah, oh well, she's the ultimate soldier, so she'll be fine.
Yeah, among the survivors in the outside world, there are still people who haven't been tainted by despair yet. Regardless of the fact that she released Makoto and the others, to these survivors she was nothing more than the reason the world ended. And to the terrorists wearing Monokuma masks who continue to ravage the world, Mukuro was nothing but a traitor.
God damn.
She was now in a hopeless situation of being enemies with most of humanity. But Mukuro wasn't making a big deal out of it. I'm going to try not to kill anyone who comes after me for revenge.
Holy shit.
Be like Batman, break their bones and leave on the rooftop
Yeah.
with brain damage. Wouldn't it be safe to just turn yourself in? Wondered Yasuhiro. Well, you might just get executed instead. You could live to be an old lady if her trial keeps getting pushed back. Mukuro slowly shook her head with disappointment. Yasuhiro. Laws, justice, these things no longer exist. Is it really that bad out there? Maybe we should just stay in here. Byakuya glared at Yasuhiro with contempt. Ignorant idiot should just shut up. Your fate would change whether you stay in here or not.
He's right.
Though he was shocked to learn the Togami Corporation had been destroyed, Byakuya continued to remain firm and proud, even toward Mukuro. You are a rare asset, continued Byakuya, so I'll let you live. Depending on your actions, I may consider forgiving your crimes after I've built a new world.
The Byakuya Togami world.
Only a Togami will boast that they're capable of forgiving the crime of ending the world. Togami Corporation Water World opens today? You don't need to do that. I don't plan on just surviving. After turning away from Byakuya, Mukuro looked at the other students. Oh, there's that final music.
Yeah.
Everyone was reacting their own way. Kyoko had a look of quiet preparation. Toko, who was locked in a room before all this, having just changed back from Genocide Jack, was panicked and confused.
Oh, bless.
Hashtag dick on Toko.
Oh, it really is.
Fucking hell.
She gets like the
Danganronpa.
beginning and then everything that happens in between the blur.
God, jeez. She even missed the final fight with Junko.
Oh, she really did.
Because she was Genocide Jack at the time. Why does this game hate her so much?
Oh.
Mukuro looked back on the 2 years she spent with them, then turned to Makoto, who shared the same memories as her, and gave him the escape button. Makoto, you press it, she said, as she rested her hand on top of his.
Oh.
Huh? Me? I think it's better if you press it instead of me. She watched Makoto accept the button with some hesitation. Mukuro thought about what Monokuma had said. You guys will be back. Mukuro knew that Monokuma was telling the truth. After all, the file the students needed to fully restore their lost memories remained hidden in the academy.
Oh.
The research notes of Yasuki Matsuda, the ultimate neurologist.
Interesting.
His research is the key to restoring everyone's memories. Even if the students no longer have their memories, they may be able to repair the bonds they have built among themselves over the past 2 years. Interesting. Do you think he's a Danganronpa Zero character?
Maybe.
They did say they're referencing characters in this novel.
Yeah, they did.
I wonder.
Is that Ultimate Hacker a Danganronpa Zero character as well?
He might be, yeah.
Interesting.
Neurologist. I wonder. Interesting.
I really want to read Zero.
Me too.
I'm gonna read it at some point.
But as long as their memories remain unrestored, the mastermind could still repeat her deadly plan. Although the island mentioned earlier sounded strange, the students could not turn their backs on the despair facing them. Then, let's go.
Yeah.
Makoto remembered everything that was happening in the outside world. The boy who had chosen to remain inside the academy 2 years ago was now choosing to leave. How much did he struggle to come to that decision? But he was determined to face the despair awaiting him outside, and hid his internal conflict from the others. By protecting Makoto's hope, Mukuro would bring despair to her beloved sister. But she no longer knew if the end result of her goal would lead to hope or despair. She pulled the wig over her head and hid her face within her hands.
Aww.
Was she smiling because hope was waiting for her? Or was she crying because her path would lead to despair? When she lowered her hands, her face was devoid of all emotion. Mukuro no longer knew what expression she would wear on her face. At the same time, Makoto pressed the escape button. The siren began to wail as the turrets retracted into ceiling. PC plot?
Oh my god.
From beyond the heavy door, a bright light appeared.
He's just there.
He's
Boom!
here! Boom! Oh yeah! Welcome students, let's get out of here and drive into the sunset. From beyond the heavy door, a bright light appeared. An infinite number of ifs and all the possibilities contained therein encased the world. A new butterfly effect. Accepting everything, hope, despair, and even the feelings of that disappointing girl, Mukuro Kusawa. Wasn't disappointing to me.
That was not disappointing at all. Oh!
And they even got this going.
Wait, hold on. Is this the same thing we saw before?
I'm
though?
sure this was the ending for doing the
DR,
FTEs as
yeah,
well
yeah.
for DR1.
This was just the ending of the game.
No, there was only 5 people who survived.
Oh,
This is all of them.
Oh, right.
Pretty sure this is a clip from the FTE ending.
Maybe, yeah. Oh my god. So
Look at that big blinding light that leads to the live stream.
Oh my god.
Fucking Windows desktop screensaver. Oh, my throat.
I thought that was
So much talking.
God damn, yeah.
Oh, Ben.
Joe's in agony. Oh, guys, I'm gonna give my opinion on it. I thought that was thoroughly worth reading.
That was really cool.
I actually really enjoyed that.
I
a lot.
enjoyed that. I thought it was going to be a short story. It was actually longer than I thought it was going to be.
2 parts, they said.
Yeah, 2 parts they said. It'll be a short run, they said.
2 hours, I think they said.
1 part per hour, they said.
You lied to us.
Oh,
It's still good though.
to be
guys.
fair, I think minimal edit's going to be a thing because this story was heavy as fuck. Fucking Mukuro Kusaba, what a fucking MVP she was.
There'll be a few in there, but there won't be that many.
I know it's non-canon, but in a way, this was kind of a better ending than the canon ending when you think about it.
It really was.
I know Junko didn't die,
Yeah.
which could be seen as bad in the long run,
Yeah.
but everyone survived,
Yeah.
so that's good. And Mukuro might have spread hope at the end.
She might, yeah.
So it comes with its good points and its bad points, kind
I
of
think
like
her
the canon ending
intentions
as
are-
well, which is pretty cool. I like how it kind of is a little bit of a contradiction to it.
Yeah.
Almost like the roles of the hope and despair are almost reversed.
Yeah,
In a
I
way.
think you really got to like feel their bond between the two of them and understand it a lot as well. Like,
This made me
you-
understand it a lot more, that's for sure.
Definitely.
Especially when they were talking to each other. That was really cool. I really liked that because we've never seen those two interact.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the main
that
game.
was really good.
So it's good to see these two talk to each other and understand their despair, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Like more than we did in the main game.
I
I actually
actually
think
think-
that this is totally worth reading.
Yeah.
Even if it's non-canon.
I
I
like-
thought this was going to be like a normal, like, you know, it's just a normal, like, what if story. But they actually went full on in. They gave all the characters moments to shine. It was actually a pretty decent read. But it would have been way fucking better. Because imagine if this was like animated or sprites.
Oh my god,
That would have been
would've
fucking
so
awesome.
good.
That would have been
They
so
should've took the
cool.
time to do
Could you
that.
imagine? Oh, I mean, it's cool that you can imagine it in your head and all, but holy shit, that would have been amazing.
That was really good.
Oh, animation, why do you exist?
Oh,
It could have been if. It could have been if.
it was very well written as well.
We
Fucking
could have
hell.
seen Mukuro, aka the fucking female teenage Punisher in all her glory.
Oh, it would have been sick.
That would have been sick, but we got this, and I'm still happy with it.
Yeah,
so
it was really good.
can't complain with what we got, to be honest. But yeah, I'm actually really happy that you guys recommend this to us. So thank you for getting us into this.
Yeah, it was really cool.
And I'm also really happy that we did this after the FTEs. as
Oh,
well.
for sure, because we actually got context at everything
Yeah.
they were saying.
It helped us understand and resonate with us a lot more as well. It's kind of nice to go back to this extra content for DR1. You can't forget how good of a game Danganronpa 1 is on its own as well.
Yeah.
When it's not been overshadowed by the main game of Danganronpa 2.
True, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of lore to one.
There is loads of lore to 1. I mean, technically it's the same universe as 2.
Yeah.
But even by 1 on its own, there's still a lot to it.
There's so many, it's like I want to know what happens after they go out still, like directly after, you know?
Well,
I'm hoping we get to discover
well,
that. Yeah.
what if certain girls who are ultra and are filled with despair answer that question for us?
Oh.
What if? What if? Okay, I can't say if anymore.
You can't say if anymore. There's no more if.
There's no more if. That's it. We're officially done Danganronpa 1.2 Reload. That's
Oh
it.
my god,
It's been a year and a half with this one fucking disc
Yes, one
in the
disc.
console, in the PlayStation 4, but we're finally here. You can finally say UDG hype. You
Yeah.
guys can stop being disappointed now. You can finally fucking shout it out loud. Go out on the
UDG
Go out
hype!
on the streets, chant it, because next time on Danganronpa, Ultra Despair Girls is coming to you. Another episode. Oh my god. So, until next time, guys, thank you very much for reading through this book with us and enjoying it with us.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys in the next episode. I'm Joe and that's Ben. We are 1ShotPlays. And we'll see you guys next time. Take care, everyone. And bye-bye.